Okay, now, good morning. So, actually, the first part of that module 5 is complete, but I decided that I will solve the model question of problems. Actually, you should have solved it. I hope you have solved it, okay? But I have solved two problems today, which I will discuss slowly. Same type of problem I have solved in the previous session also. That is, today the question 3 and question 4, both are from the latest model question papers. Just see that once, all of you. Check it whether it is same. Okay. The first question is determine marginal distributions means marginal distribution of x and y. Second one, covariance between the discrete random variables. Covariance between the discrete random variables x and y of the joint probability distribution. Second, first you have to find marginal distribution between x and y. Second, we have to find covariance between the uh, discrete random variables x and y of the joint probability distribution. So it is given here like this. This is the question. Till here the question will be there. It's from the model question paper. You can see it. Same question. They might change the numbers. Okay, any number. Now what we have to reform this table. So again I reformed this table like this. See, x, y, same thing. First is same. The y part 345, the x part 257. Then you can see here that is the values inside the table also written as it is 1 by 6, 1 by 12, 1 by 12. Here also second column 1 by 6, 1 by 12, 1 by 12. Third column under 5, 1 by 6, 1 by 12, 1 by 12. Okay. Then our aim is to form one column extra, that is total, and one row extra, that is total. Sometimes they'll give in the problem. For example, in the problem which I solved in the last session, if you see, the total was given. The total was given. But now here the total part is not given, so we have to find the total. So all of you just to find out and see whether I am correct. I might be wrong sometimes. So 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6. Add it. Just see, without using calculator you can do this. So you will get, I think, 1 by 2, because 3 by 6, that is 1 by 2. So it is 1 by 2. Then 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12. So it will be 3 by 12, that is 1 by 4. Here again 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12. Again 3 by 12, that is 1 by 4. Okay, I leave it here, then we'll find it, this total. Here, adding like this. This you add 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 12. Simple fraction addition. If standard 6 standard students will do it. So here 2 by 12. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 by 12, that is 1 by 3. Again here adding 1 by 6, 1 by 12, 1 by 12. Again same, this column and this column and these columns are same. So if you add, you should get same answer. So 1 by 3, 1 by 3. Check whether I am correct. I might be wrong somewhere. If I am wrong, please do it again. Please do the problem again. Now again, if you add this will be 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. This will be 3 by 3. That will be 1.0. If you add this can be written as 2 by 4. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. So it will be 4 by 4. That is 1. So here also you get 1, here also 1. This is the first point where you can make out whether you are correct or wrong. So for the correct table that is being completed like this, there will be 1 or 2 marks. Next is, as the question says, the marginal distributions. So marginal distribution. So marginal distribution of x. So next is we have to find the marginal distribution of x. So what we do, we write the x value first, marginal distribution of x. So first we write the x value, that is 2, 5, 7. Here x value, x, this one, 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, 7, and then total. Then P1 of x, P1 of x, P1 of x, to find the marginal distribution of x. So P1 of x, it you have to write here 257 means write half the total 1 by 4, 1 by 4. That is P1 of x. The total of all the values. So P1 of x is this half. For x equals 2, it is half. For x equals 5, it is 1 by 4. For x equals 7, it is again 1 by 4. Okay. Now you find the total of this. You find the total of, you can find it here also, but here it is there. Say again, 2 by 4, very simple. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 by 4 is 1, total 1. This is the marginal distribution of x. This marks for this again. Then marginal, total it is a 7-mark question. Marginal distribution of y. Marginal distribution of y means we have to form two rows, y and p2 of y. So x, marginal distribution of x will be two rows, x and p1 of x. So marginal distribution of y, there will be two rows, y and p2 of y. Y and p2 of y. So y value you take as 3, 4 and 5. So y value you take as 3, 4 and 5. Y value you take as 3, 4 and 5, then total. Okay. P2 of y. P2 of y will be, for y value 3, P2 of y is 1 by 3, the total. Y value of 4, the total is 1 by 3. Y value of 5, the total is 1 by 3. You can check whether I am correct. I am telling again repeatedly. So when y value is 3, P2 of y is 1 by 3, as from the table. From the table it is written. For y value 4, the value of P2 of y is 1 by 3. Okay, from then again y value 5. So P2 of y, P2 of y, it is 1 by 3. So if you add it, 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3 by 3, which is 1, you know very clearly. So this is called marginal distribution of y. Again, there is marks for this. There is marks for this, okay. Now we need these expectations, ex, ey, e of xy in covariance. So we find out that we need it because in the question you see, they have asked here the question covariance between the discrete random variables x and y of the joint probability distribution. So covariance formula we need E of x. So the E of x formula is sigma x into P1 of x. E of x formula is, remember, sigma summation of x into P1 of x. E of x formula is sigma x into P1 of x. So x into P1 of x means 2 into 1 by 2 plus 5 into 1 by 4 plus 7 into 1 by 4. 2 into 1 by 2 plus 5 into 1 by 4 plus 7 into 1 by 4. Add it. Simple. Here we get, we want 4 means we get 4 by 4. Then here, so 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7, 16. So 16 by 4 will be 4. You can check it if you want. So I hope it is clear. E of x formula is sigma x into P1 of x. Then E of y formula is sigma y into P2 of y. E of y formula is sigma y into P2 of y. So sigma y into P2 of y means you can see marginal distribution of y column. Okay, so 3 into 1 by 3, y into P2 of y. For the value of y 3, P2 of 3, that is 1 by 3. For the value of y 4, P2 of 4, 1 by 3. For the value y5, P2 of 5 is also 1 by 3. So we get 3 into 1 by 3 plus 4 into 1 by 3 plus 5 into 1 by 3. This is there, 3 into 1 by 3 plus 4 into 1 by 3, 5 into 1 by 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5. It is 12. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 by 3 is 4. Here we got it same. It need not be same. Sometimes it might be same. Okay. Then next we want in the covariance formula E of xy. So E of x also I had explained in the last session how to do it. Just you have to take all into consideration from the table, everything into consideration from the table. So sigma xy into P of xy. Sigma xy into P of xy means x means all the x values. For each x value, y P of xy. Then again, for each y value, by all of this taking together, how we use the table we'll see. So x into E x of y. E of y means y into P2 of y. E of x means x into P1 of x. Now E xy means xy into P of x comma y. Both the variables are taken. E of xy, expectation of xy is taken as summation of summation of xy into P of xy. So how to do it? So see the table here. I already explained once. It is 2 into 3 like this, x into y, 2 into 3 into P of x comma y. This is P of x comma y. So 2 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 4 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 5 into 1 by 6. Okay, plus 5 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 5 into 1 by 12. Again plus 7 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 5 into 1 by 12. Again I repeat, this is sigma, that is E of xy equals sigma xy into P of xy. So how to do it? From the table, that is you go in the order as it is in the table, you go in the order. So we get, if you go in the order, okay, go in the order. So how to do it? See, I already explained, once you know it. So see, sigma E of xy, sigma xy P of xy is written as 2 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 4 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 5 into 1 by 6. I hope it is clear. This xy P of all the combinations has to be taken. Then plus it goes 2 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 4 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 5 into 1 by 6 plus 5 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 5 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 5 into 1 by 12. So once again I repeat, 2 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 4 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 5 into 1 by 6 plus 5 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 5 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 5 into 1 by 12. So like that they take the combinations. Then you have to multiply. For example, this is 12 by 6. This is 8 by 6. This is 10 by 6. This is 10 by 12. You can simplify if you want. This is 20 by 12. This is 25 by 12. This is 21 by 12. This is 28 by 12. This is 35 by 12. So simplify all of this. Simplify all of this. You can use calculator. You don't have to calculate, a little bit of calculation is more than enough. So you will get 192 by 12. You need 1 or 2 minutes to calculate this. You will get 192 by 12. Now here 192 by 12 is equal to 16. 192 by 12 is equal to 16. Okay, equal to 16. Please check. I might be wrong. Please check it. You have to check and see whether I am right or wrong. Now we write the covariance of xy, because the question you can see here. Second sub question. This first sub question was marginal distribution. Second sub question, covariance between the discrete random variables x and y of the joint probability distribution. Some students. Okay. Covariance between the discrete random variables x and y of the joint probability distribution. So covariance of x comma y is equal to E of xy minus E of x into E of y. The many formulas, the formula which suits here will be E of xy minus E of x into E of y. So we found out E of x, E of y and E of xy. Okay. Now E of xy is 16 and E of x is 4, E of y is also 4. So 16 minus 16, we are getting covariance of x comma y as 0. So always we need not get 0. Different answers you might get. Always you need not get 0. There's no rule that you should always get 0, but here in this particular problem you got it as 0. Now this is the answer for marginal distribution of x and covariance of x, xy. This is a model question paper problem. It was a model question paper problem. So it is for 6 or 7 marks, I think 7 marks. So very simple. The question is like this: determine marginal distribution of x and y, covariance between the discrete random variables x and y of the joint probability distribution. So the table is given. Once the table is given, you write it in the form of like this. That is compulsory. You have to write it like this: x, y, then as it is. This table is half here: 3, 4, 5, 2, 5, 7, everything you complete it. Then you write the total. Total means you have to add these 3. 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, 3 by 6, it is 1 by, like that. Add these 3, you get this total. Then add these 3, add these 3, add these 2, you get these 3 totals. Add this one, this total vertically, here vertically, total 1.0, here horizontally should be same. Now, marginal, next the question is marginal, first part of the question, first sub question is marginal distribution of x. That is, x value you can see in the table, write the x values from the table, that is 257 here, 257, and this p1 of x, marginal distribution of x, to find p1 of x, this one For value 2, it is half. For value 5, it is 1 by 4. For 7, it is 1 by 4. Then I wrote it, then you add it. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So 4 by 4, 1. Again, marginal distribution of y. It's already there here, addition. Marginal distribution of y is, y value is 3, 4, 5. Then P2 of y. So P2 of y for 3, P2 of 3 is 1 by 3. For 4, P2 of 4 is 1 by 3. For 5, P2 of 5 is 1 by 3. So like this. Then find the total. You got 1.0. Here also you can see they are same. Okay. Now we need to find the second sub question, that is covariance of x comma y. In that E of x. So E of x is, the formula is sigma x into P1 of x. Sigma x into P1 of x. E of x formula is sigma x into P1 of x. So x into P1, 2 into half plus 5 into 1 by 4 plus 7 into 1 by 4, that you will get as 16 by 4, that is equal to 4. E of y is y into sigma y into P2 of y. Sigma y into P2 of y, that is 3 into 1 by 3 plus 4 into 1 by 3 plus 5 into 1 by 3. So to total it, very simple calculation, 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 by 3, 4. So both are same here anyway. Then E of xy. E of xy is given by sigma xy p of x comma y. E of xy is given by sigma xy into p of x comma y. Sigma xy into p of x comma y. So this will be, how to find out this? Sigma xy into p of x comma y. So for that you see the table, sigma x, all combinations. 2 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 4 into 1 by 6 plus 2 into 5 into 1 by 6 plus 5 into 3 into 1 by 2 plus 5 into 4 into 1 by 2 plus 5 into 5 into 1 by, 5 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 4 into 1 by 12 plus 5 into 5 into 1 by 12. Here 7 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 7 into 4 into 1 by 12, 7 into 5 into 1 by 12. This calculation, all the combinations are taken here as it is written here. Then left your calculation, simple calculation, but you should get same answer. You will get 192 by 12 is equal to 16. You will get 192 by 12 equals 16. Okay. Then now you got E of x, you got E of y, you got E of xy. So covariance of x comma y. Covariance of x comma y is equal to E of xy minus E of x into E of y. So 16 minus 16, it is 0. So you got covariance of x comma y is equal to 0. You got covariance of x comma y equal to 0. Okay, now we go to the next question. This is also the model question paper problem. I forgot to write here MQP. This is also a model question paper problem. The joint probability distribution of discrete random variables x and y are given below. The joint probability distribution of discrete random variables x and y is given below. So given like this. So x value is 136. Y value also, it is same thing here as it is, right, 136. And the values that are given is for x value 1, we can see 1 by 9, 1 by 6, 1 by 8 like this. And for x value 3, horizontally 1 by 6, 1 by 4, 1 by 12, 1 by 6. For x value 6, 1 by 18, 1 by 12, 1 by 36. So once again, I'll remember you, this is a model question paper problem. Just see it. And they have asked, determine marginal distributions of x and y. Same like the previous question. Determine marginal distributions of x and y. Determine one marginal distribution of x and y. And they have asked one extra question, second sub question. I'll tell you what is that. Are x and y statistically independent? The first one is determine marginal distribution of x and y. Second sub question is, are x and y statistically independent? We'll see. So whenever they ask question in statistical independent or statistical dependent, your aim is first you have to find, whenever they ask question in that, your aim is first you have to find the covariance. Whenever they ask question in statistically independent or dependent, you have to find the covariance. So first we write the table as it is here, written 136, 136, 1 by 9, 1 by 6, 1 by 18, 1 by 6, 1 by 4, 1 by 12, 1 by 18, 1 by 12, 1 by 36, okay. Then total, add this add 1 by 9 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 18. So many methods of adding is simple. So if you want it in the fraction only, here the highest is 18. So if I want 18, so So I'll multiply by 2. So it will be 2 by 18. Here it will be 3 by 18. Here 1 by 18. So 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, 4. So here it is. If you want 18, so 9 2 times. So 2 by 18. Here 2 plus 3, 3. So 3, 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So 6 by 18, that is 1 by 3. Like this. Simple addition. Or you can use calculators. But in calculators, you might get the, what is that, decimal. As far as possible, you take the fraction. For 3, it is 1 by 6, 1 by 4, 1 by 12. So highest is 12 here. So I'll multiply by 2, 2 by 12. Here 3 by 12. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1. So here 6, 2 times 12. So 2 by 12. Here 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. So 6 by 12. 6 by 12 is nothing but 1 by 2. 6 by 12 is 1 by 2. Then here 1 by 18. Here 1 by 12, 1 by 36. So highest is 36. So 18, 2 times 36. So here 2. Here 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 by 36. That is 1 by 6. That got it. And if you add this again, here I want 2 by 6. That is 2 by 6. Here 3 by 6. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 by 6, 1. That way you can add. Very simple. Addition is very simple. You know how to add all of this. Is it not? Now taking like this. Again same. 1 by 9 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 10. This row and this column is same here in this problem. Sometimes it will be same. So I get again 1 by 3 as it is. I have done here. Got it. Then 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12. So second column is equal to the second row that is given. So its total is 1 by 2. So it will be here 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12. That is 1 by 2. So 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12 is 1 by 2. And the last column 1 by 18 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 2 is same as the last row. 1 by 18 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 36. Okay. So now here, so when we add it, you get it as 1 by 6. So if you add this 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 1, 6 by 6 is 1. So 1 and 1 same. So the column here, we have to add one extra column here. That is total. Here also one extra. That is total. Okay. You can see here. One extra total here and one extra total. If it is given, no problem. In the problem which I solved yesterday in the session yesterday, this total was given. If you don't give, you have to find it. Okay. Next comes the marginal distribution of x. So the marginal distribution of x is, first we write x value 136, wrote here 136, then total. Okay. Then P1 of x. First we write x value, the marginal distribution of x. First we write x value, then P1 of x. So P1 of x means here for x value 1, P1 of 1 is 1 by 3, the total. For x value 3, P1 of 3 is 1 by 2. For x value 6, okay, for x value 6, P1 of 6, that is 1 by 6. So like that, x value 1, 1 by 3, x value 3, 1 by 2, x value 6, 1 by 6. So again total this, as you have done it here. So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 1, 6 by 6, 1. Okay, as it is there here also. Okay, now marginal distribution of y, that is y, first row y, second row P2 of y. So y means as it is given here 136. And you can see here for x value, P1 of x is 1 by 3. P1 of 1 is 1 by 3. P1 of 3 is 1 by 2. P1 of 6 is 1 by 6. Similarly, here you can see because they are same, in this particular case they look to be equal. So P1 of y is 1 by 3 like this. P1 of 3, 1 by 2. P1 of 6, 1 by 6 for the value of y. So P1 of, that's for y value 1. P2, it is for y, it is taken as P2. For y value 1, P2 of 1 is 1 by 3. For y value 3, P2 of 3 is 1 by 2. For y value 6, P2 of 6 is 1 by 6. It is very clear from the table. I hope it is clear. Then when we add it, 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 2 plus 3, 5, plus 1, 6 by 6 is 1. This is very clear, marginal distribution of x and y. I hope it is clear. Now here, after this, So the remarks for this. Next is, I told you we have to judge according to the question to show whether x and y are statistically independent. To show whether x and y are statistically independent. So whenever they ask question in statistically independent, we have to find covariance of x comma y. I'll tell you why at the end. Once I told in the last session. So E of x is equal to sigma x into P1 of x, and E of y is equal to sigma y into P2 of y. So E of x we'll find out first, sigma x into P1 of x. So when x value 1, P1 of 1 is 1 by 3, x value 3, P1 of 3 is 1 by 2, x value 6, P1 of 6 is 1 by 6. So 1 into 1 by 3 plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 6 into 1 by 6. Okay, simple. So 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2 plus 6 by 6 again. So I kept here 6 by 6. I could written is it as 1 anyway 6. So I want here to add the LCM. The denominator is same. It will be easy. You can go on adding the numerators. Is it not? So here I want 6 means 2 by 6. Here I want 6 means 9 by 6. So 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. 2 plus 9, 11, 11 plus 17, that is 17 by 6. I hope it is correct. All of you, please check it. That is E of x. Now, I have to find E of y. Okay. So, E of y will be sigma y into, same way, P2 of y. So, sigma y into P2 of y, when y is 1, P2 of 1 is 1 by 3. When y is 3, P2 of 3 is 1 by 2. When y is 6, P2 of 6 is 1 by 6. Using that, sigma y into P2 of y. So 1 into 1 by 3 as it is here. See, 1 into 1 by 3, marginal distribution of y, use that easier. 1 into 1 by 3 plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 6 into 1 by 6. Here I kept 6 by 6. Here again same way as before, 2 by 6, that is 2. Here 3, the 3 into 3, 9. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 6 is 17. So 17 by 6. Hope it is clear. 17 by 6. Now the next we have to find E of xy. That is to find covariance of xy, we need E of xy, summation of xy, P of xy. That is all the combinations we have to take from the table. That is already explained. Once again I am explaining. See this table here. So sigma xy P of xy. Sigma xy P of xy means 1 into 1 into 1 by 9 plus 1 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 1 into 6 into 1 by 18 plus 3 into 1 into 1 by 6 plus 3 into 3 into 1 by 4 plus 3 into 6 into 1 by 12 plus 3 into 6 into 1 by 18, plus 6 into 1 into 1 by 18 plus 6 into 3 into 1 by 12, 6 into 6 into 1 by 36. This is sigma xy P of x comma y. Once again I will just tell you, see, sigma xy P of xy means 1 into 1 into 1 by 9 plus 1 into 3 into 1 by 6 plus 1 into 6 into 1 by 18 plus 3 into 1 into 1 by 6 plus 3 into 3 into 1 by 4 plus 3 into 6 into 1 by 12 plus 6 into 1 into 1 by 18 plus 6 into 3 into 1 by 12 plus 6 into 6 into 1 by 36. A big calculation and do it easily. Okay. So what happens here? We do that calculation. Okay. Now we get here. Literally I have done it here. So adding all of this I work, I leave it to you. I've added everything. See whether I am correct. See, I get like this. I see whether I might be wrong. Just check it. So I did like this, all addition. I'll get 289 by 36. You can use calculator also, but as far as possible, keep it in the fraction. It will be easier for you in this problem. So 289 by 36 I got. Okay. Now I find covariance of, they have asked, the question is, second part, state whether x is, question is what? Are x and y statistically independent? So whenever they ask statistically independent also, you find covariance of xy. So covariance of xy formula is E of xy minus E of x into E of y. So E of xy is 289 by 36. E of x is 17 by 6. E of y is 17 by 6. E of xy is 289 by 36. Okay. Now substitute all the values here. Covariance of x comma y is E of xy minus E of x into E of y. That is 289 by 36 minus 17 by 6 into 17 by 6. Take LCM. 289 minus 2, very clear, it is 0. 0 by anything is 0, so 0. So if covariance of x comma y is 0, we can say that x and y are statistically independent. If covariance of x comma y is 0, we can say that x and y are statistically independent. So if covariance of xy is not equal to 0, then x and y are not statistically independent, that is, they are statistically dependent. So if they ask, show that x and y are statistically independent, you have to show that covariance of xy is 0. If they ask, show that x and y are statistically dependent, then covariance of xy, you should get some number. Usually they ask this. In the model question paper, they have asked, show that x and y are statistically independent, so covariance of xy should be equal to 0. Okay. So that ends the two problems, model question paper. Then see the model question paper problems. So in the next session, that is tomorrow, I will go to the next part of this module, the last big part in this module, that is sampling theory. One problem is there in joint probability. Then all problems are there in sampling theory. It's a little big topic in this module 5. So tomorrow's session, I will start sampling theory. Okay, the last part of your module 5, that is sampling theory. It's a big theory. It starts from beginning, then hypothesis testing, chi-square test, many by fitness, goodness of fit, etc. Okay. So I wind up the session here. So to summarize today's session, I solved two problems from the model question paper. That's problems in joint probability distribution, marginal distribution, and covariance. Okay. So I wind up the session. Now it's time up. I wind up the session. Thank you. All the best.